Whereas I have also seen my dad have his own struggles. Uh, there were also times when, and I strongly believe into the fact that what you give out unto others ultimately takes a full cycle and comes back to you.
Yeah.
So whether it's good or it's bad, that will eventually happen. Just completely by destiny's design that I'm here, and by default. It was never meant to be.
Crux of the storytelling, which is, the story of Indrani and what's happening in her story and what is karma doing. And also
He wants to study further and he wants to go out to study, but then you never know with children when they plan what, and ultimately you have to let them live their own dreams.
Yeah.
And
Hello everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Instant Bollywood. I'm in conversation with the beautiful ladies, Raveena Tandon and Ruchi Naveen. So nice to have you both.
thank
Thank
you.
you for having us.
I, when I watched the trailer and even a few of the episodes, the show is giving royalty, it's giving glam, it's giving money, it's giving power. It's giving a lot of things, which made me think that y'all are in an industry which is also, the most attractive part is the fame, the money, the glamour. As Raveena and Ruchi, did y'all ever get blinded by these factors when y'all started off in your younger days?
When we started in our younger days, or while shooting this?
Not while shooting this, because now y'all are over all of these factors, but when someone new is entering this industry, these factors are very fascinating.
Well, I think it all depends on the kind of upbringing that one has had and how you are brought up to deal with different situations and in different, circumstances that you're thrown into. So, whereas I have also seen my dad have his own struggles. There were also times when, whether it's production or it's distribution or it's anything, everyone hits highs and lows.
Yeah.
It's not that every time it's a high. You have different kind of struggles, and so it's just that you have to learn to deal with life, or you need to be taught to deal in life with whatever it throws at you. So whether it's a bit like karma only, like karma calling. So karma doesn't differentiate between if you're rich or you're poor.
True.
It comes to you in any way. So likewise, life will come to you anyway. You need to know how to deal with the circumstances you're thrown in.
Absolutely. For you?
Well, honestly, I didn't really get into this business to be attracted by those kind of things.
Yeah.
I was very enthralled by the fact that in films and in cinema, you get to express yourself and share, stories that you have. So I was quite excited by that aspect. And this show for me is quite different from my other work because I had watched it as a pure consumer and I was addicted to it. And I thought that I want to adapt this show and bring it to the Indian audience. And of course, this show is set in the world of the super rich and glamour. So it was very interesting journey for me to get into to this space.
Absolutely. And even, the name, the title, Karma Calling, is itself very fascinating because I believe in karma personally a lot. And even, when you see if people have done wrong to you in your life and you see that, okay, they are also, getting their karma, and sometimes you don't see that. So you have that faith that, okay, karma will take care. Do you all actually believe in karma in life?
I absolutely believe in karma, and I've actually seen it unfold in front of my eyes. Whether not that much so, majorly in my life, but I've seen it happen to other people. And I strongly believe into the fact that what you give out unto others ultimately takes a full cycle and comes back to you.
Yeah.
So whether it's good or it's bad, that will eventually happen.
What about you?
When I was young, I didn't see the karma. I was like, this is unfair, and they should get what they deserve, and but as one grows older, you realize that of course karma does come calling eventually. You need patience,
Yeah.
and you need to hang in there. And I definitely believe in karma now.
Also, because this is an adaptation, as filmmakers and as an actor, is it easier because you have a reference to kind of get that inspiration from, or do you all enjoy, you know, creating an imagination of your own?
This is the first time I'm doing an adaptation.
Yeah.
And I've always done original work, and I thought that the adaptations have a different kind of creative requirement and challenge.
Which is what I wanted to know, because you tend to get influenced by what you see. Did you completely not see the show?
I saw the first season
Okay.
a bit, and just to get the idea of where we are headed script-wise and how we are adapting it to our Indian culture, which was very important for us to do. But then I wanted to bring in my own Indianness and the kind of ethos that we have. What you know, our culture actually is a very emotional culture. You know, we are very expressive in every way. So we couldn't have just exactly gone completely exactly the same way that you know, they did make the film the American way. And I wanted to bring my own to Indrani Kothari,
Yeah.
to be a little tad different from Victoria Grayson.
What she is, yeah. You know, I have a question for you. I want to know that, you know, I watched one of your interviews where you have spoken about how being an actor was never in your mind before you actually came into the industry. Now, when you look back at your entire filmography, at the iconic songs that you've given, the performances you've given, do you ever sit back and reflect like, thank God I made that decision? Like,
I don't know. I do believe very strongly in a person's destiny. I think it was just completely by destiny's design that I'm here, and by default. It was never meant to be. But nonetheless, since I'm here and I am the kind of person that whatever I take on, then I give it my 100%. And I have always tried to give it my 100% and enjoyed doing that. So whatever responsibility you put onto me, I know that whatever it is, I will give it my best, and I know I will give it my 100%. And I think that's the reason that honesty and sincerity and my hard work has kept me afloat all these years.
yeah. We are glad
So sweet,
that
thank
it happened.
Me. Yeah, I'm the most glad.
Even the fact that, you know, as a filmmaker, when you're making a story with so many characters, you know, the interesting part is that each character has something to contribute to the story. Does it get difficult as a filmmaker to, you know, reveal their character arc, because it's an ensemble?
I mean, that for me is the fun of it. You know, to keep to the crux of the storytelling, which is, you know, the story of Indrani and what's happening in her story and what is karma doing. And also there are a lot of other characters, and how to develop each track and how to bring it together so that it crosses at the right time. So that is the challenge. And when I say challenge, for me, the challenge always equals the fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point.
Yeah. You know, I have to ask you about Rasha also, because everyone's excited and intrigued for her debut. But, you know, when I see her, there is already a lot of sense of confidence, whether when she's being papped or whenever, you know, I've met her also. She's already very comfortable and she seems confident in her skin. Do you see a difference between when you started off and when you see her starting off? Like, it's a huge generation.
There is definitely a difference. They're more prepared. And see, there are two different things. Like I say, I got into the industry by default. I didn't do any acting classes, preparations, nothing. They decided one day, the next day I was shooting. It was exactly like that. I said yes, and the next day I was literally shooting 4 days later, with wearing clothes out of my closet and just hiring anyone as makeup and hair, and you know, one dada doing my makeup, and I was shooting.
Yeah.
So that was it. But today there is a lot more that goes into it. Even the way I saw the other actors prepare for Karma Calling also, they did so many workshops and, you know, prepared and had readings, etc. I think I went for a couple of readings as well. So there's a lot of prep that goes in, which we didn't even have the time to. So we evolved along the way. And that is why if you see today's generation of actresses, whether it's Deepika or it's Alia or it is, they do, they give such amazing performances just in their 5th film. While for us, it took like about 25 films to evolve up till that point. Because I kind of learned along the way. I learned from my actors, my other co-actors, I learned from my directors, I learned from just plain watching cinema and trying to keep myself up, and then learning from my own experiences. But there's a lot more prep that goes on in today's day and age. So I guess that is where the little bit of, think about how, being ready to face something. So I am here completely by, default. She is Destiny's child. I think from the time she was born, she was very clear that I'm going to sing and dance. I want to be a pop star. I want to be a rock star. I want to be Ariana Grande. And she would stand in front of the mirror, and I have videos of her sitting in front of that plastic piano and singing away. And, like since she's 3 or 4 years old. Yeah. So she's done that, and, standing in front of the mirror and dancing away and only watching herself. Yeah. So the best part was not, y'all look at me. I am busy watching myself dancing in the mirror for hours, and I would just be sitting and filming her. Yeah. So I think this is by Destiny's design.
It's in the genes also.
It's then Anil and me would just look at each other and say, it's in the DNA. And I would say, don't blame me, don't blame me.
No, but even...
While my son is completely the opposite.
Okay.
He will not even watch a movie, and besides the superhero films, I'll tell him, come, let's sit and watch a movie. Mama, I have no time to watch movies. So that day he was talking to a very, very famous actor. We were at somewhere, we had gone for an event for 45 minutes. And then he came and said, Mama, who was that guy I was talking to? I said, he's so and so. He's like, are you serious? He was that person? I said, yes. So he does not know about anything or anyone.
That's also lovely in a way to have.
It's refreshing because he's very academically inclined. Yeah. He wants to study further and he wants to go out to study. But then you never know with children when they plan what, and ultimately you have to let them live their own dreams and create a pathway for themselves.
Lastly, that's what I wanted to know. Even when I was speaking to Kajol when trial came, she was saying about how she is a little protective about if Nisa chooses to go in this field. As a mother, because you've seen the ups and the downs of this industry, especially in the 90s where there would be nasty articles, like you have to go through that side of life.
Nastiness even now.
Yeah, on the trolling now, that's the difference. Yeah. So have you kind of like, does that motherly instinct come that, okay, I want you to grow, I want you to shine, but I'm equally protective about you?
See, to be natural, yes, you're a parent, you're a mom, and you will feel for all the other children as well, and you will feel for your child as well. And you'll want everyone's child to do well. Because ultimately, like I said, every child chooses his or her own path. And you have to be there as a parent to guide them right or wrong. But ultimately, for me, my opinion, my children, there will be times where I will let them fall. Yeah. And I will let them get hurt. Because I want them to recognize their own strength and not be protected for a lifetime. We protect them so much that sometimes they cannot deal with life situations. Yeah. So there are times where I am going to let them fall. I'm not going to be there to hold them when they fall. I'm going to let them learn from their own mistakes, because that will be the best lesson for them to learn.
Absolutely. Everyone has their own journey.
Exactly. Everyone has their own journey. Yeah. And what better to learn than from your own mistakes and your own experiences? That it's a new chapter every day. It's a new lesson every day. So it's that overprotectiveness which I don't think one should do. Not that I'm going to throw my child in front of के अरे ट्रेन आ रही है तुम वहाँ खड़े हो जाओ अभी ट्रेन के सामने और फिर अपने आप को बचा लेना, ऐसा नहीं है. I will definitely say देखो वहाँ से speeding ट्रेन आ रही है, just be careful. Then ultimately her decision to take a call whether she is taking the right decision or the wrong, and then she has to learn from her mistakes, and so does he.
Yeah. Before that, we are looking forward for Karma Calling. Thank you so much for chatting with us. We wish you all the very best for everything coming in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, this is Raveena Tandon and Ruchi Narayan, and we are here for Karma Calling on Instant Bollywood. If you like this video, please share, like and subscribe to
Instant Bollywood.
Perfect.